Ooh, there's a
not.
squirrel. Ooh, there's a squirrel.
I can fake date anybody because I'm a better cook than you are.
Oh.
Wow.
I'm honestly surprised by that.
I'm not getting any points for this, though. I need points.
You're getting points
I'm
in my heart.
so behind.
Do you want me to keep a score down here?
I do.
Okay.
Welcome back to part 2 of our family book quiz. Last time, our family rated how Jen and I would survive actual book plots, from total disaster to main character energy.
And they did pretty good. They were spot on.
So.
Yeah, exactly.
Most of them.
So I also sent the family a list of popular book tropes. You remember what tropes are?
I do.
They're really hard to define what a trope is. And this time it's you versus me. So they had to decide which one of us would do better in certain tropes. Okay, so that's kind of the general setup for this one. Welcome back to Espresso Shots and Epic Plots. I'm Genevieve.
And I'm her mom, Diana. Grab your favorite hot beverage and join us to talk about tropes.
I'm going to read you the trope, and then for the audience at home and maybe for you, I'm going to give you some examples of books that follow that trope, which the family did not have. They based it purely off of
their own
the
special
one line.
feelings
Yes,
about
exactly.
us.
So take that into consideration. So the first trope was the locked room mystery, and they had to decide which one of us would get out, like who would figure it out. Some popular locked room mysteries, any Agatha Christie, which you said you've read some Agatha Christie.
No, I
you
never
haven't.
have.
Okay, neither have I.
It's on my list.
Yeah. The 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle by Stuart Turton. Did you read that?
I believe I did that one. Yes.
Yeah. And then I know you read The Guest List by Lucy Foley. Would you say, is that a locked room mystery?
I see that. Yes,
okay.
yes,
All right.
it is.
So, who do you think they decided would do better?
Well, I have to giggle because I took you to the
to an escape room
for your birthday, and I think we spent the first 35 minutes on the front porch.
Sure, we
of the
did.
room.
That was so bad.
We were so bad at that.
And then we thought, we were like, oh, we were so close. And then she opened up like a whole other room, and we were like, oh, no, never mind. We were no. But I have made it out of escape rooms before. So
I know. I kind of feel like, I feel like you would probably do better in that trope than me. I am always too busy.
Ooh, there's a squirrel. Ooh, there's a squirrel.
Yeah. I'm always too busy looking at what's going on around to put 2 and 2 together, if that makes any sense.
Well, let's see what our family thought, because it's really what our family thinks, not what we think. So.
I'm trying to think of even a past experience
that they could relate it to or whatever.
Yeah, that I
Okay, well, let's see.
Still locked in the room.
All right. Okay, it was overwhelmingly me.
Yeah.
Somebody gave you some kudos, though.
Well, that's nice. They're probably locked in the room with me.
All right. Trope number 2. This one I thought would be the hardest one for them to, because we're both like married, and so, but this is the fake dating
Past
trope.
the dating age.
Yeah. So this is the fake dating trope. So who would pull it off best? Examples would be The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood, The Unhoneymooners by Christina Lauren, The Bodyguard by Catherine Center. So all of these books where people have to pretend like they're dating for some weird, obscure reason that would never actually happen.
Like The Wedding Date.
Yep, that's another one.
Okay.
Yeah, it's for a movie example. Yeah, exactly.
Fake dating scenario.
But then obviously in the movie or the book, they fall in love ultimately. Who would pull it off best?
Me.
Okay, I lean towards you. I would lean towards you on that one too, because
I feel like I dated a lot more in my family than you did.
That's probably true, but not that much more. Well, I don't know. I guess before me, probably.
Well, no, and after you too.
Let's see.
I'm guessing they would pick me.
Oh, it was
100%. I can fake date anybody.
Did you actually ever fake date anyone?
I mean, there was a guy who asked me out to go to a concert that I really wanted to go, more so than I wanted to go out with a guy.
Okay, so you fake dated him for the concert?
So I did.
Okay, that counts.
Yeah, I can remember. It's why I dislike El Camino so much. Pick a car or a truck.
Oh,
not
it was
an
the
El
car.
Camino.
Okay, got it. Okay.
And
was it a good concert?
The concert was good, but he kept asking me if I'd go out with him again, and I was afraid to answer until we were in my driveway.
Okay, that's
Because I
fair.
was pretty sure he would dump me on the side of the road.
All right,
Yeah,
good call.
yeah.
You used your wits about you. Okay.
Back to the locked room scenario.
Yeah, exactly.
See?
The time loop. So this would be the first 15 lives of Harry August. Recursion by Blake Crouch. Did you read Recursion? Oh, you didn't? Okay. How about Dark Matter by Blake Crouch? You haven't read any Blake Crouch? Well, and I know you read at least Outlander.
Yes.
So just any sort of time loop. So which one of us would handle?
Time travel or time loop?
So
Was there a
these are
difference?
they're different. So anything that would handle multiple timelines. So all of these books, like the one he's living chronologically, but he just keeps dying and coming back.
Okay.
And then in Recursion, he gets to go back in time and change stuff. And then
Keeps changing time.
well, yes, kind of. And then Dark Matter, there's multiple timelines, and then obviously Outlander, she goes to the past
she
and
does
the
go
future.
back and forth.
Or present, I guess she doesn't go to the future. So
Yeah.
anyway, so just which of us would deal with time anomalies?
I know that it's something I think about a lot. If I were put off to the future, how interesting it might be, or if I was sent back in time, something I think about a lot for some reason. I'm saying the fam would probably pick me.
Okay. I don't remember the results.
Oh,
okay. That was pretty close to 50-50 though. So
Well, not really, more like 30-60.
Remember, that's the difference of one person. There's only 8 people in this whole quiz. So we're looking at, what, 6 to 4, right?
Okay.
Yeah, so
All
to me,
right.
this is 50, which I agree. I think we would both handle it well.
Yeah, I think we probably would. I know I was giving you the business not too long ago
about-
because you kept reading time travel books.
Yeah, I really did. I went through like a thing where there was a bunch of time-related
every book
books.
she recommended was a time travel book.
It was like a theme that everybody was going through.
Yeah.
So I like this one. The Rival Bake Off. So who would handle the pressure or defeat of a rival bake-off? Some example books would be Recipe for Persuasion, which is a retelling but in an Indian theme. Sonali
fun.
Dev has done a whole bunch of those. I read all those. And then I just recently read A Fellowship of Bakers and Magic, but really just like, British baking show, any rival bake-off
So
kind
there
of.
literally has to be baking and cooking involved?
Yes, it doesn't necessarily need to be baking, but some sort of cooking competition.
Sort of competition. Oh, definitely me.
Okay.
Well, just because I'm a better cook than you are.
You're better at winging it without a recipe for sure. I like to follow a recipe. So
I almost never have a recipe.
Okay,
I
then
just a little bit of this.
in that
and a
regard,
little
yes,
bit of that.
I would say so.
Although baking is way harder without a recipe.
It is. I do like watching the British baking show.
I do
and
too.
Then they say things that I'm like, I need to look up what that means. Like, and they know when the dough is
Exactly.
stretchy and all that stuff. Okay,
Yeah.
anyway, let's see what the family thought.
Overproofed.
Dead 50-50.
50-50.
But you know where I
Okay.
learned my cooking from.
That's exactly right, and don't you forget it.
You know what we should do sometime? One of our buddy reads should be a book that has recipes in the back, and then we should make them together.
Oh,
Doesn't
that
sound
would be fun.
We'll have to think about
I-
that for
I
next year for a
thought
buddy
of
read.
a book that's full of recipes, but you can't get the food here. Well, it was called The Embarrassment of Mangoes, and it was a book. The idea behind the book was to learn about the ingredients that were used in the Caribbean as she was cruising through the Caribbean. She wrote 2 books, and the first one, the recipes were scattered throughout the book, and the second one, it dawned on her that she needed to organize the recipes better. So
that's funny.
But
I've read a couple books, like especially romances, that revolve around food, and like as I'm reading them, I'm really hungry, and then at the end they'll actually have the recipe, and I'm like, oh, I should make that. I never do though, so we should do that.
Okay,
sometime.
all right, that sounds like fun.
Okay.
And see who does the better baking.
Well,
Who do
we're
we
going to
get-
work together
we're
to
gonna
bake
have to
the
get
food.
family to judge us.
Okay, all right. I was thinking we could just do it for fun, not as a competition. This trope would be the secret society invitation. So examples, these are all examples I've read or I'm going to read. So the Ninth House, which is like a dark academia where each house, each like sorority house, Greek house actually has like a magical tie to it and the main character is investigating them. Legendborn is an Arthurian legend where she's invited to a secret society society, and she finds out that they're all like really descendants of King Arthur. They're still the Knights of the Round Table, and they're protecting the world from demons. And I haven't read Babel yet, but I know that's another kind of secret society. So of the two of us, who would accept the invitation to the secret society?
Oh, I probably would not personally.
Really? You wouldn't?
Well, because the secret societies that I know about and grew up with are not good secret. Well, I mean, it's a hard thing to say because my beloved grandfather was a 32nd Mason, which is the top
Masons. Yeah.
And when we were growing up, he and my grandmother were Eastern Stars. My father started to join the Masons, but then he said that he was disgusted at a young age by some of the stuff, and so never joined. So it died with my grandfather. Like everything I've read about the Masons and some of those other organizations.
Has turned you away from them.
Turned me from those types of organizations.
Do you think I would? They had to pick one of us. So who do you think?
I think just with your love of fantasy and I would say you would probably be. You belonged to a sorority, didn't you?
It was an academic sorority.
I know, but it was still. Did you have a secret handshake?
No, I didn't even. It wasn't until my senior year, and I didn't have to do any
weird hazing or
no. There
anything.
was no house hazing. That's the word. I didn't have to do. There was no you just had to get a certain GPA.
Yeah.
So, but
which is why I let you join.
Okay, well let's see what the family says. I actually would have said you over me on
would
reality. Yeah, but
why?
Oh, I guess they thought it was me too.
Yeah.
Because you're more adventurous than I am. They agreed with you apparently. So I do like to know things, and I would want to. If there was a secret society that was going to tell me all the answers to things, I would join that society.
Oh well, I suppose that would be nice to know.
Yeah. The long lost twin, who would immediately go and find their I'm gonna go meet my long lost twin. Examples. Did you read The Vanishing Half about the two twin sisters that were
separated?
It's not. They weren't separated at birth. No, it was they were lighter skinned black girls.
I remember the one was trying to live as a white woman,
and the other one lived as a black woman.
Yes, I did.
Memory Keeper's Daughter.
That one
another
sounds familiar to me too.
Of the two of us, which would immediately I'm gonna go find my twin.
Me.
Yeah, I kind of lean towards that too. I think I would want to also though, but I think the family would say you for sure.
I'm pretty sure I have a long lost family elsewhere. I'm kidding.
Okay, well let's see. Maybe they agree. Let's find out. Yep, they agree.
Yep.
Although that was another one that was pretty close though.
Half and half. Yeah.
I feel though that if I had a twin, you would have told me. I don't think you would have kept them secret.
Wasn't keeping secrets from you type of relationship.
Right. So maybe that's why they leaned more towards you than me. The mistaken identity. So this would be one of those scenarios. The Likeness by Tana French it's a murder mystery where she looks like the woman that died, and so she goes and she actually pretends to be her to find out. The Count of Monte Cristo. He was kind of mistaken. He just never corrected anyone. Mr. Wrong Number is a rom-com, a romance where she's texting with somebody and she assumes it's somebody.
Texting the wrong person.
Kind of, yeah. So just really any of those stories where somebody assumes you're somebody else and you just kind of roll with it. So there's a couple books like this that I read. So who would just go along with it?
Me.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm
not getting any points for this, though. I need points.
Is that what it is? You're getting points in
so
my heart.
Behind
do you want
points?
Me to keep a score down here?
I do.
Okay, just to make you feel better. You're not competing against me.
The points are worthless and they don't even matter.
Okay, let's see. Oh.
Wow.
That I'm honestly surprised by that.
I am too. I wonder what that's about.
I do not think that I could pull it off.
The mistaken idea. Why would they say you?
I don't know. We'll have to ask them at Thanksgiving when we get together for dinner. We'll poll the people.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a disappearing objects. You're at your house and all of a sudden important things just start disappearing. Now it's a trope, but it's not always presented as literal objects. So for example, did you read The Night Circus? By Erin Morganson.
Yes.
So that obviously there's some magical, mystical things going on. Gone Girl would be another example where there's, things are just disappearing. Gaslighting. There's a lot of gaslighting happening. So who would freak out the most if things just started like disappearing and you had no reason why, and everyone's like, it's fine, get over it.
Given that I live in a 500 square foot place with very few random objects that aren't used on a daily basis, depending on what the objects were, I guess. But I don't know, freak out would be...
Yeah, I feel like you would just kind of roll with the punches if things were...
I'd be like, oh well, didn't really like it that much.
Right, exactly. Whereas I would be like, I know this existed. Like, that's the way I envision this.
Okay, yeah, I have to go with that.
I don't remember the results,
you.
so...
I would say they probably would say you would freak out more.
I think they would think that you would just go with the flow better, so let's see.
Okay.
Oh,
50-50.
Okay. All right.
we
so
both react the same way.
The sliding doors, which just like the movies. Now, the question was whose other life would have been completely different? Maybe in Another Life by Taylor Jenkins Reid, The Midnight Library, which I know you read that one. And then Darker Shade of Magic was a cool series that I read by V.E. Schwab, where there was literally different Londons stacked on top of each other, and there were certain people that could move between the Londons, but they were still all London happening at the same time. Anyway, whatever. So, whose other life would be completely different?
I would say me again, because I've already had completely different other lives already.
Yeah,
so
I would agree.
Vote for me.
And they did overwhelmingly. I want to know who. Hopefully that's not like my husband and daughter that gave me the 25%. I'm just kidding.
I wish I had another mom.
No, she wouldn't say that. Okay, so Fish Out of Water or Stranger in a Strange Land. So this would be like The Martian, the Poisonwood Bible, which I know you've read some Barbara Kingsolver.
Yeah.
The one you just finished.
The Poisonwood Bible.
Yeah, but also the one you just finished. Hold on.
Blood over
Brighthaven. Yeah. Blood over Brighthaven's another fish out of water kind of deal. Who would have an easier time starting over, like moving to a new place?
Again, me.
Yeah.
This is very similar to the previous question in that way, but spent a lot of time being a stranger in a strange land.
And you rolled with it well, I think.
Every time.
Although I did quite a bit of traveling on my own.
You did.
And did well with being in different countries and stuff like that.
Only called me at 4 a.m. 3 or 4 times.
When did I call you?
Well, let's see. There was a time you needed money. No, when you were doing your shipboard studies.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. In my defense, I called you at 4 a.m. because I was on the other side of the world.
Yeah,
there was only
that's
so many.
That's true.
Okay, let's see what the family said. Yay! Yeah, I agree because you have done that.
Funny thing, when you called me at the other end of the world, I was anchored out in the middle of the water.
Oh, were you really? Well, this is what I was trying to explain to my daughter. When I did my semester at sea, cell phones did not have international global, I had to call you from landlines using a phone card with like a ridiculously long number.
Blows my mind.
I know, and you could pay to have a global cell phone and they looked like the old 80s phones, and now it's like, they did to make a call, and now it's like no big deal to do it from your cell phone.
Things have changed quite a bit.
Okay, well, those were all the tropes. Let me know if there were some other tropes. Not all tropes worked for this scenario. Like, I wasn't going to do one bed trope. That would be weird. I wouldn't want them to pick which of us would do better with the one bed trope. So if you think of any other tropes that we could do this with, feel free to drop them in the comments.
What's the trope of Meryl Streep played the movie, she had to choose between her child.
Oh, like the Not Without My Child, like the, where you're like making a grave decision kind of thing. Yeah,
right, about who's going to live or die.
Sophie's Choice.
Sophie's Choice trope. In fact, I think they named the trope after Sophie's Choice.
That's not one that I would want to know what our family would. Yeah, there's some tropes that we just shouldn't touch with a 10-foot pole. They're better off in books. Yeah, they should stay in the books. So
I would give my life for you still.
I would do it for you too.
Yeah, but then we'd both be dead.
I know, that's true. I wouldn't do it at the same time.
No, okay. Okay, I feel both validated and personally attacked by some of those results.
Let us know in the comments which tropes you would survive or which ones would be your downfall.
If you haven't watched the first half, go check it out. And don't forget to like and subscribe.
We'll see you after the next chapter when you put your book down and take a break to watch some of our videos. But otherwise, happy reading.
Happy reading.
So examples would be the love hypothesis. Dark Matter's the one where he Nope, I think I brought that up to you the other day and okay, anyway, during the, what is that time period?
Not to you, to your face.
Well, yeah, that's true.
I'm kidding. If you haven't tested out this is a bad
I'm sorry,
background.
okay, good to know.